Howdy! Welcome to the channel. Today, we're going to be going over Ryobi's 4-volt lithium handheld scrubber, and this is model FVG51. So my wife actually is the one who wanted this little scrubber, and it's a nice little handheld mini scrubber that you can use around the kitchen or bathroom or on a job site, whatever you need it for. As per typical, it uses the 4-volt lithium USB battery. So all we do is take our battery and we're going to stab it into the tool and close it up, and now our tool is ready to go. So we have to choose between any of the heads. Now, the nice thing about this is it actually uses the typical 1/4-inch chuck on these heads. So anything that Ryobi has, or any other manufacturer that has the 1/4-inch shank, will actually be able to fit this scrubber. So all we do is we take it and we slide it in.
That's what she said.
So on the palm rest, we have an on-off button, and then we have a speed up button, and then we have a power indicator. So whenever we turn it on, you can see that it lights up green. And as you're getting lower, it will actually let you know that your battery is low. Now, if you want to speed it up, you push the button once and it speeds up. Push it again and it slows down. So there's 2 speeds with this. And then whenever you're done with it, you press the off button and it will turn the unit back off. Now, my wife has been using this one, and every now and then my kids have been using it. And so far, I've not heard any complaints about it. In fact, I've heard nothing but praise, other than the one thing that they don't like is this tool head does not get down in the corner of the showers. Trying to get down in that area and get it cleaned out is difficult. Now, this head you would think would be able to get down in there and clean that out, but unfortunately, the head is actually a little too big for that. So I would actually like to see Ryobi come out with a really dinky, something that's closer to the size of just the outer portion of the plastic on the 1/4-inch shank here, and allow that to have bristles that come out so you can actually get down into that fine point little area in the shower, because that's primarily what this is used for. This is used within our kitchen and bath. And again, my wife uses it almost exclusively. My kids use it a little bit, but she loves it. It doesn't have so much torque that it runs away with her. For example, we have this cleaner right here. This one has a lot of torque on it. And if you start pressing on this thing, or if you get it going a little wild, that thing will run off with you. So my wife, she'll use this one, but of the two, she prefers the torque on this one. Now, she may take a little while longer cleaning with this one than she does with this one. But for her, she doesn't care, because this makes it easier for her hand and her controllability with this tool versus something like that. So that goes over the basics of the tool. Let's actually show the tool in action. So this is my shop table here, and I've been using this for all sorts of projects. We're project central around here lately, trying to get this place all fixed up. And I've got a whole lot of junk on here. And as you can see, it doesn't really want to come off. So let's go ahead and take this with a little bit of cleaning solution, and let's put on our wide head, since we have a wide flat surface, and let's turn it on and put it on max. So as you can see, this does a great job. It's really quick. Nice little all-purpose cleaner here that my wife has mixed up. She uses it inside the kitchen a lot, but it actually works really good. I believe it's a Mrs. Meyer's brand, for those of you who are interested in that. I also really love the Simple Green degreaser. That stuff works amazing. Now, this is like I said, my shop table. So this is old and has been used on all sorts of stuff. So you can see there's discoloring here, this yellow discoloring, and that's not going to be going anywhere. That's been on there for years. Let me get this little stain over here. And we actually have some built up debris here. Let's see how that does. So real quick, you can see just going back and forth. Just real quick, going back and forth, you can see that it goes away, scrubs it great with no problems. Okay, now let me pull that head off and let me put on a different head. First, I'm gonna wipe this up real quick.
Wax on, wax off.
You can tell it's real humid here today. I cannot get this stuff to wipe up. So there you go. You can see how nice and clean that is. Let's go ahead and use this thinner head on a couple of spots on this side over here. Now the nice thing, the difference between the two heads with the size is you're actually going to be concentrating more on a single area. So you're actually going to be having more pinpoint cleaning, but you're also going to have more torque with that cleaning. So you're going to be able to press a little bit harder in order to get some of the more stubborn stains. Now remember, you don't want to sit there and make your bristles go completely out where you're just rubbing on the plastic. So you can't shove it completely down, but you can push pretty hard on it in order to get stuff clean. So more torque. Looks like I need some simple green for this one. So as you can see, it does a really good job, cleaned up. The only thing I have a problem with is over here, but that's not the tool's fault. That is going to be embedded actual grease. I think that happened from the grease gun, the Ryobi grease gun. Let me use the pinpoint item and let me get this little section over here for us, just so you can see that the conical shape actually works good as well. And you can hear it bogs down a little bit, like if you push really hard, but look at that. I mean, I am flattening that thing out. That's a lot of pressure, and it's not balking. It's not stopping. Now, obviously, this is not the kind of pressure you should be using whenever you're using the tool, but it just shows how well Ryobi actually did with this little tool. The fact that you can push it down this hard, that's a lot of damage. And it doesn't stop. Look at that. That is crazy. Absolutely crazy that you can put that much torque on it, or that much pressure on it, and it has that much torque that it will keep on going. Now I've splayed out my bristles a little bit doing that, but that's okay. I wanted to show you guys just how hard you can actually push on that thing, and it never freaking stopped. So that is a really slick tool. And that's why the wife really likes using it inside the house. It does a great job whenever she's cleaning out her sink. And I know that sounds weird for a lot of the younger generation. For years, we didn't quite understand how to take care of like stainless steel sinks because we weren't taught that. And even acrylic sinks, or if you're going to be doing a cast iron sink that has an enamel on it of some kind, you actually want to take care of that sink other than just rubbing your scrubber around it. In fact, on a lot of these, rubbing a scrubber around it is the last thing you want to do because you will actually scratch those surfaces. So something like this is firm enough to where it will clean things out, especially whenever you go around the drain plug, you'll actually start seeing some mold or mildew or food or whatever might actually get down in there. Well, this will actually work right around that lip And a lot of those garbage disposal will have like incinerators and stuff like that imprinted into it. So it's actually stamped, it's embossed. And so that embossment will start gathering food in it. And if you're just rubbing it with a sponge, you'll just rub it to the edge. The center of the embossment that goes down will be fine. It'll be clean, but right along the edges, you're gonna have all this little food debris that's going to build up over time in there. This will actually get down in there. Any one of these 3 heads will get down in there and actually clean out that food on the embossment, which is a great thing. So then what you do on your sink, I don't know why this turned into a kitchen sink cleaning episode, but this is where we're at here. Once you're done with that, you take an oil, your favorite oil. You can use olive oil, that's very expensive, or you can grab that crappy canola oil, put a little bit on a rag, and you can go and wipe down the sink. Now that may seem kind of weird to put oil on your sink, but it's gonna make everything pop. It's gonna make the whole thing luster. And whenever you have like an enameled cast iron, it's going to make everything look uniform in color, and it's gonna bring out the true beauty of it. Even the stainless steel, it's gonna start actually hiding some of those scratches, and it's gonna really make that sink pop. So if you've not tried this on your sink, I would actually really recommend a tool like this to get the deep down scrub clean that you need with your sink. And then you can take a nice little oil and rub it down and get it polished up really nice. So that is our review of the Ryobi 4-volt, what I like to call the palm hand scrubber that they have come out with. Definitely a recommend from my wife, and actually a recommend for me. You saw how hard I pressed on it here, and the thing never stopped. There's actually some of the drills that are out there. There's some of the drills out there that can't put up with that much torque. How about you take this gearbox and put it in here, Ryobi? Anyway, so for me, this is a definite recommend. And for my wife, this is a definite recommend. So if you're into cleaning, if you love doing that and you want something, instead of using a toothbrush, then pick up one of these. You will not be disappointed with it. We really, really like it. So if you have any questions about this particular tool, be sure to post them in the comments below. I read every single one of them. Comments like this one. And this one. And this one. Thanks for watching.